3, 2, 1. That's your new thing now?
Yeah.
All right.
For today.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to an episode of Officially Talk Your Shift. You might notice a little bit of a difference in our sound. Thanks to our wallets, we have been able to upgrade. Ta-da! Very wonderful. So, BT dubs. I'm Mel.
And I am also Mel.
That's Dom. She will troll you. Don't
Yes.
fall for her tricks. Her trickery.
I just picture like a troll under a bridge. Like not like an internet
Stealing
troll.
people's names. No. What? I thought of like a sack. Like the troll is just under the bridge. Like, you know how like the witch took Ariel's voice?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I'm
just
gonna
taking
take people's names?
Yes.
Oh, because I took your name. Okay.
That took way too long.
I was wondering. I was like,
I'm gonna edit this out. No, I'm just kidding. I'll let that joke fall. You know. I'll let it just do its thing. Die.
oh God.
So anyways, welcome. And if you're new here, hopefully you are. If you're not, welcome back. Here, we like to talk about all of the things. So life and love, the pursuit of happiness, all of those types of things. But for the most part, we just talk about our growth and how far we've come and the difficulties that we've had, along with like some just really fun, goofy, frantic behavior. Yeah. I think it's a nice, healthy mix. And then at the end, we do an Am I the Asshole? Because who doesn't like those? So for our first meme, it says, "Do what makes you happy. Be with those who make you smile and laugh as much as you breathe." This one is by contextualposts.com. And the second one is, "Learning to not take ourselves so seriously all the time is a legitimate spiritual practice," by Cass Hamill. I feel like you're the queen of not taking yourself seriously, so I felt like this was super appropriate for us.
The moment that I read the docket, I was like, it's my fucking time. I was like, let's go. I just felt like the power surge within me. Yeah.
You ready to thrive?
Yes. When it comes to any situation of not being serious, or even if it is a serious situation, like I feel like I could get shot in the leg. I mean, God forbid not. Like, hopefully not. Jesus, okay. Jesus, please. But I feel like if I was to get shot in the leg, I still would be joking as EMTs are working on my leg. It's just a hypothetical situation. I'm just saying that's
honestly,
how like how not serious I am.
Just fucking with the EMTs and stuff like, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. It's not that bad. Like, that's how I picture you, like, fucking with them. Okay, that's fair. All right, so let me ask you this question. Yeah. Have you always been like this, or was this something that you had to, like, grow into?
I think I've just always been a weird kid.
Fair.
And one memory that sticks out specifically was we went to this one park as a field trip because my 5th grade teacher was a nature lover and like a tree hugger. So we had all these, I'm serious. So we had all these animals and we would always go to, like these, what's the term I'm looking for? Like nature preserves and stuff like that.
Yeah, is it preserve or like a state park? Or...
Yeah, state park. So we would go to state parks. And I just remember we were walking on this trail and I saw this really big tree and my friends and I were walking and I stand next to it and I just hugged it and they were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm a tree hugger." Yeah. So I think from a very young age, I was just doing weird shit.
Wait, how old were you when you did this again?
That was like 4th or 5th grade. I think it was, 5th grade. Cause I'm pretty sure that's when we went to that state park.
Was that like 10? 11?
Yeah. Well, I was always the youngest in my grade. So whatever the average age for 5th grade is,
take it down.
I won.
Yeah, got it.
So yeah, I think a mixture of both. I think I always was a kid that was doing just something weird. just a very weird child, but not in a creepy weird way, like serial killer. Like, just like, what the fuck is this kid doing now? So I think it's a combo of that. And then I've also found that obviously, as we all grow up, not all of us are lucky enough to be in love with ourselves, especially during like middle school. That during that era of, which I'm still working on loving myself, it's always a process, but excuse me, I think during that era of high school and middle school and not always appreciating myself, or not as much as I try to cognitively do now.
Yeah.
And just falling into that cycle of beating yourself up. And I think I just, as a kid, just didn't have the mental capacity to tell myself, like, hey, this isn't the nicest thing to say to yourself. Whereas now I try to catch it. So I think that it started to become a defense mechanism because I realized I was funny. So I could laugh away my traumas.
Speaking of laugh away your traumas, has that always been like a defense mechanism, or it just developed out of nowhere?
Oh, no, it developed. Because as a child, I very much took things to heart. So if my dad, as a joke, was saying something, I would be distraught and I'd be pissed. And he'd be like, it's a joke. Like, learn to take a joke. And then I think I, from that moment on, found how liberating it was to just be able to laugh at myself. Like, listen, I'm insecure. I got them insecurities. But if you can tell a joke, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what's so funny? I'm like thinking about it right now. I was always able to laugh at myself because it's just how that family was.
Yeah.
But I still took that shit to heart. So like, you know, that meme. Oh my God, it's an old meme. But do you remember that meme where like it's saying like they started to roast you or whatever, or they started to include you in the roast session, and you see a kid like laughing but with like a lot of like tears in their eyes. Like, that's how it used to be for me, because here's the thing, right? If something is funny, I'm a laugh.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna cry. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna cry about it later if it's true. So it's, for me, it was just weird because it was like, yeah, that shit is fucking funny, but I'm also like, I don't know if that has that ever happened to you.
I feel like, and you know how my family is.
Oh,
so I feel
Rose
like
Central. I wouldn't have survived.
Yes.
I don't think I would have survived.
I think yes, that has happened where sometimes the roast was too real. It was like, damn, I'm fighting that insecurity right now. So like, let's tone it back. But I think that my family, that's just how we show love to one another, is we roast the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
So I guess when it comes from my family, it doesn't.
Oh, because they dragged you through the mud.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to explain it because it's weird.
But you know that it's all love. Whereas
yeah,
if somebody else
love.
like was fucking with you, there's like
it starts swinging.
A kind of,
like, you fucking kidding?
I was going to not resort to violence. I was actually going to say you might have to question what their intentions were behind that.
You could question,
but you're just like straight punch in the face.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
Violence. Anyways, we do not promote violence. That's just dumb. I think at this point, I'm really trying not to take myself seriously like I used to.
Yeah.
Because that was a big trigger for me growing up. And it still is a big trigger for me now, is being laughed at.
Okay.
And, like, being made to feel stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is different, you know what I mean, than just, joking around with your friends.
Yeah.
But I feel like, to make it a little bit more serious, I guess, this is where I'm coming from with this, and how I've worked through it, was when I was younger, I just felt like the people around me, I feel like we always go back to these shitty people that were around me at one point. They were not the nicest, and they thought certain things were funny that weren't funny.
So it was more of like an attack on your character than it was like a harmful joke, or maybe a playful roast. Yeah.
It was something like embarrassing. So like,
oh, okay, yeah, no.
Okay, so in Brooklyn, when I used to smoke cigarettes, I know, naughty me. you can get Lucy's in Brooklyn,
Okay.
right? I'm sure you can get Lucy's anywhere, but for the sake of the story. So, anyways, I will go in and looking how I look, speaking how I speak, how I told you people are like, you're not from over here. I would go in and I'd ask for a Lucy for me and my friend to split or whatever. And he's like, no, I don't sell Lucy's here. And I'm like, okay. So I go to my friend who actually lives like 2 blocks away from the guy. And I'm like, he's not giving it to me. Can you go in and get it? And so she would go in and get it. And she's like, that's my friend or whatever. And then after that, like it kept happening where like she'd be like, yeah, just run inside. And I'd be like, okay. And then I'd run inside and he would still say no. And I was like mortified every single time. Like my anxiety would like build up. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I remember one time after the fact, she was like, she's like, it's just so funny. Like this is just so funny, and I didn't think it was funny because you're not, bitch, you're in the car.
Yeah.
Like it's just me in this bodega, like me and this guy that clearly doesn't want to give me a Lucy.
Yeah.
Thinks I'm a cop or something. He didn't say that, but
that's actions speak louder than words.
That's what I'm saying. So like shit like that, I'm like, man, that's just not nice. And so I feel like because of those situations that would happen to me constantly, it was kind of difficult at times to not take myself seriously because I felt like other people weren't taking me seriously to begin with. Not even like just regular, like, oh, you know, you got to be serious about me and businessy and all sorts of whatever. You know what I mean? I just on an even playing field, just mutual respect. Like I couldn't even get that type of like, you know? And so I just took myself very seriously, like for quite some time. And then there were certain people growing up that like, if they joked around with me, I knew where it was coming from, so I never took it to heart. Yeah. But it was like few and far between, I think, is the thing. Everybody else, I was just like, ugh. But as I got older, I started meeting like more and more funny people. Right? I'm like, if it's funny, I'ma laugh. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh. You know, the only thing I don't laugh about is like, I don't like body image jokes. Yeah. Body image jokes, like, growing up, I was a chunky kid. I was, like, skinny and then chunky. Like, my weight fluctuated, and during, like, a really sensitive time, like, I was made fun of for my weight. Wow. Until I lost weight, and then I was still being made fun of for my weight. Like, it was just really random. But I can pretty much laugh about anything else. You know what I mean? If I trip, that's a good one. Because I'm clumsy as shit. You know I'm clumsy as shit.
I know. And I try not to laugh whenever something happens to you.
Oh, like the butter knife?
And that's what... I was just playing in my head right now.
I saw it. I saw, like, the little bubble.
I think if I'm ever having a bad day, if I think of that story... it will give me simple bliss for a good 5 seconds.
You crack up every single time you fucking think about that shit.
Because you didn't see yourself. Like, also, you didn't hear it. That thing hit the floor.
No, bitch, because I felt it. I didn't need to hear it. I felt that shit. It said thunk through my soul because the handle was heavy on that bitch.
I saw when it fell. I was like, yo, that shit got force. Oh,
Gravity,
shit.
Bitch. Gravity.
Oh, man, that thing was weighted. And then,
what the hell was I even doing?
You were getting up from the couch because it was Christmas, and you were getting up.
You would remember all the details of this.
I will never forget this. And you were getting up, and the knife just fell off the plate, and it just so happened to hit you right on the foot. And
it wasn't even the sharp part, guys. It
no,
was like
no,
the handle of a butter knife.
Yeah.
Like, she wouldn't have laughed if it was a fucking, you know,
like butcher knife.
Yeah, no, it was a butter knife, and the handle was like really heavy, and that's what landed on my foot bone, on my bone.
And that shit made a thump, and she was just debilitated.
'Cause that shit hurt, bitch.
I know you.
And
like...
it was a shock. I had socks on. I had no shoes, just socks. Straight boop.
Oh man, and you like froze for a second.
Because I wanted to make sure everything was good. Like I was checking. I'm like, oh, my limbs are still intact.
All you heard was just like a slight like exhale. It was like a slight exhale. You're like ah. Ooh.
Because it hurt.
That story still gets me.
I know it does.
Ooh.
See, that's fine. See, that's funny to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like other things, you know, body image stuff is just not cool. Or like being mean, like pranks.
Yeah.
Okay. Like how do you feel about the pranks that are going on? I don't know how they're happening now because I don't subscribe to those YouTube channels anymore. Remember it was like couples and it's like boyfriend and girlfriend and they would like do pull pranks on each other and it was like
but they were over too much.
It was crazy. What was one of them was like murdered in a bathroom prank and like I'm cheating on you prank and you know I got my side bitch pregnant prank. Like I'm like you are hurting people.
Yeah, that's not funny.
That's not.
That calls for aggravated assault. Like that's
see with the violence.
Yeah, sometimes you need it. No, that's fucked up. Like how do you say that? You know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I wouldn't be able to look at my person the same way. Because
of the fact that they did it or because they were able to pull off the acting so well that you believed it?
Nah, listen, they're an actor. Go fucking make us some money. But I think that's too far. I don't think that's a funny joke. Like, oh yeah, like I cheated on you.
That's terrible.
That's not funny.
Some of them do it on their partners that are pregnant.
Yeah, that's not funny.
And that, like, oh my God, that shit gets me so mad. I'm like, why would you do that to your person?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like, they're in a sensitive state already. Now go get them chicken nuggets and give them head when you get home. You have a lot to make up for, sir. A lot. That's how I feel.
I see.
Chicken nuggets and head. I feel like it's
your
best
reparations.
Apology.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
It's how to apologize to me. I guess I'm letting everybody know, huh? It's like, sorry, Mel. Chicken nuggets? All right. So, we are going to move on to our next segment. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, God.
In honor of us talking about laughter, we are going to attempt a game, guys. Ooh.
Wait,
Insert applause.
You sounded like one of those influencers. That just the way that you said that.
That make
money?
money?
Play a game, guys. Yeah. Just came up very influencer to me.
I'm manifesting. So, I saw this. No, I'm lying. My husband saw a video of these two girls playing this game in the car. And he was like, oh, you and Dom got to do this. Okay, so the rule of the game is an alphabet game, right? So the rule of the game is I'm going to say a sentence and start a conversation with Dom, starting with the letter A. And then she is going to have to respond to my sentence, starting with the letter B. And then we just continue down the alphabet until we get to Z, right? Mm-hmm. So,
I felt my pulse spike a little bit. Like, as you kept explaining it, I was like, I wanted to take my goddamn pulse. I was like, oh my God.
We've got this.
Tachycardia.
We've got this. Okay. So, I'm going to start the first sentence.
Okay.
Here we go. Anal is the new oral.
Because bitches are nasty.
Can you explain why bitches are nasty?
Depends on the bitches.
Exceptional bitches are also included in this? Question mark?
Frankly speaking, yes.
Great! It's great to know.
Happy to clarify.
I was wondering about that myself.
It just takes a lot of clerical thought to understand.
Kindly explain your feelings about this.
Let me break it down for you.
Me personally, I don't know if I could.
Now that is because you're not a dirty bitch.
Oh.
That was good. People who do partake in it, I don't think they're dirty bitch. I think it's dirty, like nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like freak nasty. You know what I'm saying? That kind of dirty. So I just want to clarify for the bitches out there that do it. That listen, do what you want. If you don't want to sit, you don't gotta sit. But hey, if that's your thing, do your thing.
I almost said coincidentally.
She said coincidental with a Q. Put that silent Q in front.
That's not it. Quit the bullshit and tell me if you do it.
What's such a change? Realistically, I'm just not at that level yet.
So what you're telling me is that you're working on it?
To be honest, no, that's not one of my goals. I'm not that's not something I'm like by March 31st I'll accomplish that.
Unfortunately, it's a slight goal of mine.
Very interesting.
When it gets better for me, I'll let you know.
X-rays will show that if you don't do it right, someone could get hurt.
You know, I think I heard of that.
ZocDoc will have everything that you need. That was fun. And just to clarify, I think that if
you're
you do
doing anal,
you're brave, bro.
Yeah,
you're brave.
You're a brave soul. It's just the first, I guess, our brains went.
Your brain went. I didn't choose that topic.
Well, I didn't. What would you have started your first sentence off being with the A?
Probably would have said animals.
But anal is funny.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Not when you're doing it. I mean, I don't think that's too funny. I mean, that sounds like...
Oh, anal?
Yeah, I don't...
People
Good
who
luck,
do
girl.
anal are brave.
Yeah.
You're brave. Salute you. I feel like this episode has so much potential for sounds.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it.
No, but that's scary. Imagine not preparing for that.
You know, oh my gosh, there's this woman on Instagram and TikTok. I follow her. What's her name? Tijuana something. Oh my God. She's got this thing she called Doodle Alert, where like it'll be a story, they're asking for advice, and because it's a doodle alert, sometimes there's feces in the story. So it's some crazy stories.
Shits.
I have to send you some of these videos because the shit that she gets sent, insane.
Really?
Absolutely insane. There was this one, I just watched a video the other day where it was like this guy typed in, he sent a thing in and he was like, had a one night stand at a party. I did anal with this girl. Had sex with my girl a day later, and she's saying that her coochie hurt. Advice. And like, I don't remember what she said because she goes in, but you didn't wash. Like, let's just be real. He cheated, right?
Yeah.
A day went by. You went in someone's booty guts, right? And you didn't wash?
No, that's gross.
Isn't that terrible?
Circumcise the whole thing.
Now
Just
she's...
chop that shit off. That's nasty.
And now his girlfriend's sitting there trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
You know what it makes it even worse? It's not even her fecal matter. That's low.
Oh my God, you know what? You're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not that I think you should have shit in your cooter, but like, if it's gonna be anybody's shit, at least let it be yours, bro. But oh God.
Oh my God, I was listening to a podcast. That's actually a thing.
What?
I forgot what it's called. I think it's called a something hot pocket.
What?
Something. Oh, hold up.
That's interesting.
Hold up. I'm about to.
A hot pocket?
It's something Hot Pocket. Hold up.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's not the one I heard of. What the hell does that?
I'm kind of scared.
This has nothing to do with what I typed in Google.
Is it giving you, like, medical problems?
No, I'm on Urban Dictionary.
Oh, okay, so
This one is called, it's a muffin loaf.
Wait.
It's called muffin loaf. Do you know what it is?
I have heard that before.
Are you ready?
Scared, but wait. Is this the... All right, I'm not trying to kink shame, but from what I've heard, some people be taking their shit and freezing it.
No.
And then they use it. Okay.
That's called something else. Oh my God, I gotta look this. Okay. A muffin loaf.
Okay.
It's when a girl has saggy vagina lips
Okay.
and teabags a guy with said lips. A muffin loaf. How the fuck is that a muffin loaf?
I want to know where they get muffin from.
Bitch, where did it get loaf?
Wait, you're right.
The whole thing. The whole thing. Throw it away and give us something else. That's fucking wild. Urban Dictionary is crazy. Okay, hold on. Is it called like a Louisiana Hot Pocket or something like that?
I just think of Cupcake song. Hot pocket, hot pocket.
Is it a Kentucky Hot Pocket? No. It is!
A
Okay,
Kentucky
here we go.
Hot
It's
Pocket?
called a Kentucky Hot Pocket. The name is given to the act of defecating into a vagina.
Where the fuck they get Kentucky from?
Well, here's the thing. Apparently,
Is that popular in Kentucky?
there is a Hot Pocket, a homemade Hot Pocket thing that came up. It said these are based off of famous Kentucky hot brown and filled with chunked up turkey, fresh tomatoes, bacon, and mixed up with cheese and gooey Mornay sauce. So it's like a different type of Hot Pocket, but
Wow.
that still doesn't. I don't know what that got to do with what I'm talking about, but but yeah, this mad recipes for fucking Kentucky Hot Pocket.
So when you take a shit in your partner's hoo-ha.
Yes, like directly. And in my head, I'm like, what, y'all stretch before? Because I'm sitting here,
Also, too, the precision that takes to actually get your turd in.
oh my God. Okay, anyways, Jesus Christ. Now I'll look up the one of what it is when you freeze it. Okay, hold on.
Oh, God.
I listen to a lot of podcasts about sex and stuff, and so they talk about like all different fetishes and kinks and things just to normalize, and destigmatize. Like Horrible Decisions podcast. Oh my God. That's where I learned what a Kentucky Hot Pocket was. So the one you're talking about is called an Alaskan Hot Pocket. And
why do they keep using Hot Pocket? I mean, I get it, but I cannot buy Hot Pockets anymore.
That is crazy. Yeah, it says the glorious act in which one or more persons defecate into a condom and while holding it from the open end, swings it in a circular motion to ensure that the fecal matter attains the maximum fill capacity of the condom. At this point, the condom containing the feces is placed in a freezer and is to remain there until the stool-filled condom is frozen solid. Then once that's done, it's inserted directly into the vagina or anal cavity, wasting no time from that point of removal from the freezer, ensuring sheer Alaskan authenticity. This may take quite some time to prepare, so pre-planning is a must. However, there is nothing preventing the reuse of the Hot Pocket. See, and here's the thing that's confusing to me. So the thing holding the fecal matter is the Hot Pocket?
No, I think your hoo-ha.
That's what I thought it was too. But if you listen to the ending of this definition, let me see. However, there is nothing preventing the reuse of the Hot Pocket. You're not reusing
To be honest, I
vagina.
think they fucked up. I don't think that's correct because...
Oh my God, they have a freezing temperature. So would you take a fucking meat thermometer?
You stick that shit
or
in there.
like the temperature scans that you get like when you go to the doctor, they just beep, it's not ready yet, and then
oh my God,
a couple more hours. Oh my God, that's so funny. Anyways,
we definitely went on like a 20-minute tangent about shit.
We did. It happens, though.
It happens.
It does. It does. All right. If you're going to do it safe. Make sure that your partner is clean
Yeah.
and has a good diet and whatever. And do your Googles to make sure you do it right so that you're safe. Because I don't want to. What if somebody who's listening to this has a scat fetish? And they're just like, these fucking bitches. And it's just like, no, enjoy your Hot Pocket.
Listen, enjoy what you like, but I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not shaming you for your thing, but I will never. I couldn't do it. I feel like some things just
listen, some
make me
things just
feel
ain't for
dirty.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some things just ain't for you.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think it's time. So, we are up to our next segment, which is the Am I the Asshole? Doom, doom. I don't know. I just wanted it to sound like funner. Am I the asshole for embarrassing my husband in front of his friends?
Ooh, this one's going to be good.
I, 26 female, am married to K, 25 male.
Okay.
I met him a few years back when my best friend and his best friend started dating.
Okay.
After that, our friend groups kind of joined together, so all of my husband's friends are also all my friends, and all my friends are his friends.
Okay.
I've known my best friend A for 15 years. We've always been extremely close, and I lived together at one point. She's literally part of my family. She comes to all my family events. My siblings refer to her as their sister, and she's just been extremely involved in my life for years. Now, me and my husband have a 6-month-old daughter. My dad is extremely wealthy, so he helps us out financially until my daughter is old enough to go to school. Then I will take a job at his company that pays well. My family has a job that he works. My husband has a job that he works from 7 to 4, and then afterwards him and his friends often hang out at my house or at one of their houses. Here's the problem. My husband's best friend cheated on my best friend a few weeks ago. She's completely heartbroken, and since they live together, my husband and I agreed that it's okay that she stays with us until they work things out. She's not really up to seeing him just yet. A is a huge help with the baby. She's so good with her, and the baby loves her. When my husband and his friends get home, they normally talk until 8, so he doesn't help with the baby too much when he gets home, which I don't mind. It's just nice to have a little help. Yesterday night, my husband opened the front door, peeked his head in, looked right at me and A, rolled his eyes, and walked out. Him and his friends came in a few moments later and were all being cold and rude to A all evening. After an hour or two, my husband walks right up to me and A and says, "Does she always have to be here? I want to bring friend's name here tonight," and rolled his eyes. I responded, "If I want to bring my best friend into the house my dad paid for, I can. And if I choose to have somebody to help me with the baby that you're not looking after, it's going to be her." His friends just sat there quietly, and he just walked away and sat back down. He's giving me the silent treatment, and A left and is staying with her mom as she feels uncomfortable being in this house now. So, am I the asshole? Girl, no. You are not the asshole. Oh my God.
For those who are not watching on YouTube, I'm just blinking because I'm trying to.
The audacity.
Yes.
It's just, you know what's crazy to me? I'm trying to think about their age, right? So
Okay.
she's 26, he's 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really sitting here like, I feel like to a certain degree, some guys around that age, they don't take cheating seriously, and especially if it's their boy, it's just whatever. You know what I mean? Get over it. The fact that all of his friends were rude to A is why are you being rude to her?
Yeah.
She didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to pick sides.
Yeah.
But to be rude to the person who experienced the hurt.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrible. And how dare you just say that to her in
that's the thing that I'm like, okay, maybe you're a little bit tired of the person being in your house. Okay, but there's a way to handle that. You could have pulled your wife to the side and been like, "Hey, is it possible maybe you and A and the baby can go out to dinner? Like, I'll pay for your dinner, or go out to the movies, or go to A's house, or just, can I have the house alone for this time because friend's name wants to come over too, so they don't have to see each other? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but he was just being utterly selfish and just being, because she said that, like, they're there every day.
Yeah.
Or if they're not at his house, they go to
Another friend's
another
house.
person's house.
That too.
If it's a group
That
of
too.
guys, why can't you go to one of those other guys' house?
Or said friend's house.
Yeah.
His wife ain't there no more.
Exactly. I'm just like, so fucking rude. You know what, though? I can't help but be like, damn, bitch. Hell yeah. It's just like, man, when I tell you she done blew his spot up.
She did.
She said, poosh. Amazing. Like the old school TNT with the little line.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel. Good on her. Good on her for, like, you know, that's how you know she loves her best friend.
Yeah.
That's like her sister. 15 years? Hell no, you're not about to just, like, talk to her
that's
like crazy in front of me.
Yeah.
And then talk to me crazy? Like, so rude in front of all your guy friends. I'm glad nobody said nothing after that. All awkward and quiet and shit. It's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Because this is my house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Terrible. Some terrible shit. No, honey, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, no. I don't think
you
you're
are
the
absolutely
asshole.
not the asshole.
Mm-mm.
Your husband is an asshole, and I'm starting to kind of question him. And it's just like, I don't always want to go and resort to, like, divorce. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. That just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, that's...
But he's also
cool.
25, and I'm trying to think, I'm like, people are assholes at a younger age, like, not understanding.
Yeah.
You know? And he's got it good.
Yeah.
He's got it real good.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, he's got a job, but, like, they don't got to worry about the house. You know what I mean? That's a whole lot. He can do whatever he wants. Like, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, is that stunting your growth a little bit? Because you're kind of being handed this opportunity, you know, and kind of taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Because she has the baby all day.
Yeah.
And then most of the evening. Like, think about it.
That's a lot.
So he's got work 7 to 4 p.m. They stay till 8. Baby's bedtime is usually around the 7 o'clock, like, mark. So, like, when is he
helping
with the baby? Yeah. You know? Because when he's home and alone, the baby's probably sleeping. So she right. Yeah. And her friend's there and able to help her and stuff like that. Like, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, damn, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Kick him out of your house that your dad paid for.
Damn, she really said, my daddy's house.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I just really am a firm believer that sometimes people start thinking their shit doesn't stink and they need to be reminded, or humbled, I should say. Yeah. And it's like...
Because that's shitty. That's pretty shitty to, like, come out of nowhere. And I'm like, is this a new behavior? Is this he just happened to make this mistake or whatever? I don't know. I just see something like this as being, like, a red flag to me.
I literally was going to say, this seems like something that is a red flag that is unacceptable. That's only a preview of what else there might be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you can embarrass your partner in front of other people, like, sometime, or at least intentionally embarrass your partner, you know, like, I feel like sometimes by accident, you know, people get embarrassed by certain things and you don't mean it. But I feel like to intentionally say something that is embarrassing is just, they don't respect you. It's not like they were in an argument and sometimes in the heat of the argument, you say something that you regret.
Oh, yeah, he came in swinging.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he just, straight from the gate, just was like fucking that. Rude. And to me, that shows that he doesn't respect the friend. And you don't gotta like her. You don't gotta like her.
And
Whatever.
he picked sides.
But
You could tell
oh,
he
yeah.
picked sides like a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, because that's his boy, and you know that's her girl. But like, I don't know. Like, that's crazy. That's I read these things and I just become so grateful for the person that I'm with.
Yeah.
I feel like Carlton and I would just take care of the person who was hurt,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then at some point, because Carlton's better than me, I have a feeling that Carlton would be the one to reach out to said guy who cheated and be like, okay, so what happened? And like, talk to me and
Yeah.
what's going on? What was going on through your head? Because Carlton's that kind of person.
Yeah.
You know? Couldn't be me though. No, if you cheat on one of my girls,
Yeah.
you're out. I don't play about mines.
You know, cheaters are something else, man. Just of
Because
course
you're not about to hurt my friend, and I'm gonna sit
Yeah.
here and I guess I'd be cordial, but I'd probably
I
wouldn't talk to you. I might be like, hi.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
I feel like that's so fucking awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So awkward.
Hell yeah, awkward as fuck, man.
Like how
girl, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand cheating. I don't. I don't get it.
I do, but like it's like it happens. I do, you know, but it's just how they're handling the whole situation is just really fucked up. Like this woman is going through it, and she is being there for her friend and the baby, and they have each other to like get through this time.
Yeah.
And then her husband just came in and opened that fucking mouth. And now I'm like, out. You gotta get out. So I'm like, all right, you want to hang out with him so bad? Go to his house.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody there but him.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, no, you're not the asshole. That's I'm kind of proud though. Like he came in swinging and she finished the fight. She finished the fight. She gave him that ill haymaker. Good for you.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Good for you, bro.
It's like in UFC when like they get them down and then they give them the elbows.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, and they're going in with the elbows and the elbows. Like that's how I feel. She handled that situation, so it was very nice. Anyways, Dom, it's time for our affirmation.
Affirmation.
What do you have for us today?
With our theme being not taking yourself too seriously and that laughing is a spiritual practice. The mantra for today, I hope that it reaches everyone and in some way, shape, or form, you can apply it to your life or maybe a friend of yours and it just resonates with you. And if not, sucks to suck. No, I'm kidding. And if it doesn't, just come on back. Give us another view on a new episode. But our mantra for today is clear as throat. I will focus on progress, not perfection. And I feel like that's beautifully said to tie everything up. Because if you think about it, no one's life is perfect. So you gotta, just...
That's why you laugh.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Ride the wave. And like, listen, if life is shitting on you, just laugh at it as you're getting shit on. Because like, at least laugh while you cry. You know what I'm saying?
So thanks for joining us today. You need to...
Be a bad bitch.
Yes, be a bad bitch. But also, follow us on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We are officially Talk Your Shift.
Yes.
On all platforms that I just mentioned. And if you wouldn't mind, could you give us a thumbs up on this video and give us a rating on Spotify because it'll boop, boop, boop. Bring us up as a more suggested podcast so more people can see our beautiful faces and listen to our wonderful, smooth jazz voices. No, I'm just kidding.
Just beat the shit out of that share button and like button and we'll have no problems.
Absolutely. Is there any other news? Yes. We will be setting up an email for advice. And we are in the process of getting a Patreon up and running. So we will keep you updated with all of that once it's all settled.
Cool.
All right. Bye, guys.
Adios.